Hello, good morning, everyone. How are we doing this morning? Hope we are good. Hope we are fine. How is our trading week going already? Today's Thursday. Has been a trading week so far. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Here we are. All right. Very quickly, we'll be looking at the chart, seeing what the chart is doing, what the market is doing, opportunities available for us today, and other areas we can use or other entries we can have this morning in terms of our analysis and strategies we have. Let me go through the comment. Okay, we're about 6. Okay, one thing you can also do for us, do well to share and spread the market color link. It should be in the chat box. Let me do that quickly and invite others be interested. Okay, send it to the chat box. Please do well to spread that already. So this morning we'll be looking at the US market, US equity, that's US30, NAS100, and S&P500. Last week wasn't so much of a trade, good trade opportunity, and even earlier this week, nothing really has happened earlier this week, sure, on Tuesday. But last week wasn't so nice like that in terms of opportunity. Nope. We've not seen anything really significant. We didn't get to catch anything significant. Myself, I took a loss on, I think, a trade on if I'm not wrong, on US30 and S&P 500, which is normal. I mean, upper week we got about 16 RR. So last week we lost 2R. So it's not out of place yet, at least. All right, this morning we'll be looking at the market again. Hopefully there are some beautiful things we'll be seeing. Let me start with the overall sentiment I have for US30, US100, and S&P 500. All right, so we are now for US equities market, and we have passed August. We are into September. In fact, we're gradually moving towards the ending of September, right? Meaning using seasonal tendency. Can I do that this morning? Seasonal tendency. Usually, price used to pick up. Can we have that this morning? Okay. Let me see if we can have that this morning. Price usually picks up towards the ending of the year. Right? And this one is saying we'll see a fall, another move, another push to the downside. I don't think so. But let's see. That's from September now into October. From October, we expect a rally to the upside to the end of the year, which is valid. I think it's still in line, right? So price started being bullish to the upside from the beginning of September, and then in the mid-September, it started selling again. And then from October, we saw that, push to the upside. This is a 10 years data. This is like 15 years. 15 years, almost the same. October, we expect rally to the upside. Fine and good. 5 years data. 5 years data. October, we still expect rally to the upside. 2 years data. 2 years data. October, we expect rally to the upside. Interesting. This is for S&P. No, sorry, this is for US30, right? This indicates that towards the beginning of October, we should be positioning ourselves for a buy based on historic data, right? Based on historic data, we should be positioning ourselves for a buy. That's one thing. The second thing is our structure is currently now, we are very much bullish, right? On the daily time frame, we are bullish. On the weekly time frame, we are bullish. So it makes sense for this bullish trend to continue unless something significant happens, and then that shifts the coordinates of the market, which I don't really see coming. Of course, we don't know what can happen tomorrow. China and Taiwan can mess up themselves, or US itself might just move mad and move wide, and that can distort the entire market. But then with what we have here and what I've just shown us from the seasonality chart, we expect that from now towards the ending of September, we should see a minor sell-off, which is fine. But then from October, we would see that rally again to the upside. Now, this is not to say that October 1st, you start buying. No, it doesn't work like that, right? There's still a sheer factor of randomness into how the market distributes this movement. All right, so let's look at the chart. On the weekly time frame, we are very, very much bullish and extremely bullish. Let me delete all of these previous markups. Bullish to the upside, and then on the daily also bullish to the upside. On the daily, it's quite interesting that price have mitigated all the levels below here. So if price is coming down here, I don't expect them to hold, right? I don't expect price to hold at this level because they've been mitigated. Although this one has not been fully mitigated. The only level here I see that is unmitigated yet is this. This level is not mitigated yet. So will price come all the way to this zone? I really doubt that, but then we can say, all right, on the daily time frame, we are extremely bullish. On the 4-hour time frame, let's begin to scale down. On the 4-hour time frame, we are also what? Also bullish. Also bullish. Why do I say so? Because look at structure. Structure has been printing its bullish move pretty well, right? We've been printing, and then price has mitigated all 4-hour structure here. All 4-hour structure has been mitigated, except for this. This here, it has not been mitigated. This small guy over here, other block. I mean, I'm using magnets too, so that I can capture. Okay. This is the only guy that has not been mitigated yet. Throughout all of the drama that happened, yeah, price has not mitigated this. So for me this morning, what will I be doing? Because price is extremely bullish. Price is extremely bullish. This is what I want to do. I want to sell off a bit. I know we are extremely bullish in the market, right? But then I'll be counter trading this morning, right? Or today, throughout today's session, because of minor structure change. Because I know for a fact we are bullish to the upside. But interestingly, there's no point being bearish in this market because the counter position has really happened already in terms of we will have capitalized on this entire move yesterday and then sold off. Because now price is now within the range that can buy from. Nonetheless, I believe strongly that this market is still going to sell in a way, right? Because for every strong impulse movement we have in the market, every strong impulse movement, there will definitely be a retracement, right? How long will that retracement be? We can't measure for certain, but then we know definitely that price is going to what? Retrace. All right, that being said, let's come back to the 1-hour time frame, to the 4-hour time frame, and then we'll skip to the 1 hour. 4-hour time frame, let me see if there's any opportunity for sales over here. No opportunity for sales yet. The only level that has not been mitigated here is this. Is this level, okay? And this will be like the only thing I want to consider today, at least before New York session. Before New York session, because that will now, okay, let me put this here and then, boom. I have inducement here, okay? All right, I'm saying it's not beginning to tie up together. You have inducement here. You have price so acting as inducement. And where will my take profit be? We don't need to be greedy this morning. Take profit will be here. Just here. Just here. Overall take profit, if I really want to stretch my log, to be here, because price already mitigated this other block. I don't expect it to hold. It will just, okay, but let's look at the lower time frame. Is there any other block there? Okay. Now, this is invalid. This zone is invalidated. It's not going to hold. All right. So well, here will be my overall take profit. Of course, TP1 here and then TP2 there, and then where will be my SL? SL will just be slightly above here. If I want to refine, like be extremely conservative, my SL will just be below or slightly above this high, or then to capture for any fluctuation in the market and other broker issues. So this is what I'll be having this morning. I want to go all the way, right? Price uses this as liquidity. This zone has not been tested before. And there's also one logic here. If you're somebody that you're scared of price not taking this entry, you can use this inducement as a level you want to enter from. Just use this as inducement, use this inducement as entry, price taps into this inducement, and then we have a safe journey right to the downside, right? Or if you want the refinement, come over here, then refine it. I'm sure by the time we go to lower time frame, we still see other, let me look at 2-hour time frame. Not really refinement, 3 hours, anything to refine? No, 1 hour. Okay, we have that refinement on the 1 hour time frame. But true to it, price might not come and pick you, and that will not be an issue of I know. So I just stayed with what I have on the 4 time frame. This is it. I'm looking for sniper entries. Sniper entry, that's 1:14. Sniper entry, 1:14. Normal entry, 1:10. I beg, now money I define, 1:8. 1:8, right? Just take me in and let's send this thing to the downside, right? So we have something like this in the 4 hour time frame. Remember, we are counter trading here. We are counter trading, and then let me use a more objective take profit. The first objective to take profit is here. 1:3.6, right? Still a good trade. Yeah, you want to still now hold. Okay, no wala. Price is ultimately going to take out this guy here. I am pretty sure, right? We should take out this and then we have a safe journey. So that's what I'm looking out for on US30 on the 4 hours time frame. Why am I saying this? By the time you look on the 1 hour, on the daily time frame, sorry, we are extremely bullish. Weekly, we are bullish. What we are trying to do is just to catch retracement. We are trying to catch retracement. And also, like the seasonality chart that I've shown us this morning, it is indicative of the fact that we might sell a bit into the ending of September, and then October, the buy picked up. And we enter a buy from October, looking for buys and buys and buys till the end of the year, right? I believe that is well understood. All right, quickly, let's move to the next one, which is S&P 500. I have almost the same bias across board this morning. 4 hour time frame. Wow, look at our setup. I know. Very, very interesting setup. I know we made serious money from this. I didn't hold all the way here. Let's be honest ourselves. The moment price came out here, say the Safi, was the heart of the market, right? But then for those with, iron mind, probably somebody will have held all this trade. Like, that's a possibility. I don't know. Let me delete all of this markup, and then we have our clean chart. All right. This is what we have on S&P 500 this morning. Very interesting. The market is what? Bullish on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, it is what? Bullish. Everything here is bullish, 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 bullish. So there's no cause for us to take any sell, right? However, we know that the market cannot just be running in one direction, right? Usually, after a much bullish move, there will be what? There will be retracement, a little bit of retracement, right? And on the daily time frame, we've not seen any iota of retracement yet. A very good indication of retracement will be this, assuming, let me play this back. Okay. Assuming we were here, this candle form, and the next day candle gave us something like this again, something like this, a follow-up engulfing bearish candle, that would have been a good place to start doing what? To start selling. But look at what the market did after this indecision. The next day, boom, broke above the high of the indecision. So we are still very, very much bullish. I cannot play this kind of play that I'm having on US30 on S&P 500 right now. On the 4-hour time frame, everything is still pointing to being bearish. You can see, if we see a sell here, honestly, it's just us trying to stretch our luck, which I mean, sometimes it's fine. You just want to take a trade or two. But then everything here is pointing to the fact that we are still very, very much bullish, right? Very, very bullish. Let me look at the 1-hour time frame. If there's something we can scout from there to say at all, must take trade. Honestly, there's nothing. At least from, okay, probably with the price action we have now, before 2 p.m. in the afternoon, where I'm sure New York markets will have opened by then, we will have gotten more price action, and then we can make a more informed decision. But with what we have here that you and I can see on this market, in this chart, there's nothing that is giving us, that pointer to do what? To sell, except if you want to scale down to 15 minutes. And my dear brothers and sisters in trading, there's still nothing, absolutely nothing here that is suggestive to the fact that we should pull a trigger on sell. No, nothing. So, I mean, once the market is telling us to chill out, it's best we do that, unless we just want to, give our equity straight to the market. They will gladly take it, right? So on S&P 500, we are staying down, just watching our hands by the side, watching the market. Let's look at US100. I believe US100 has the same analysis as S&P 500. Okay. On the daily time frame, these guys are extremely bullish. I wish I held all these trades, make killings, but then it's fine. Okay. US100 is extremely what? Bullish. Look at the 4-hour time frame. What are we seeing on the 4-hour time frame? Bullish. Boom, bullish. We are extremely bullish. You have this area that's not been mitigated. Can price come back here and then continue its movement? That's under possibility. On the 1-hour time frame, we are what? Extremely, extremely bullish. So for that reason, my conclusion on US30 is we are not selling today until we see something significant. There's a huge candle that violates all of this, and then we can use breaker block entry to now join the movement. But as far as what I'm seeing here this morning, only somebody with iron mind in double skin the markets that will go for a sell this morning, because everything is pointing to being bullish. And don't get me wrong, you can actually enter a sell probably from your own strategy. You love counter trading. It's a valid thing. And then you enter from here, price starts selling off. So not to get anybody scared, but I'm just saying from what we have here, market structure this morning, nothing is pointing to the fact that even a chance for us to counter trade is not presenting itself. So why else should we sell this market? Just have to be very, very careful, right? But on US30, what we have on US30, right? On US30, not so much of drama has happened, right? So, and we have some level marked out that price could come into, right? And we've seen that candle, this candle on the 4-hour, look at the 4-hour on US32, right? This is like a mini break of structure, not significant, to not like, in fact, it's not considered, it's like a change. For those that use CHO, change of character, right? So that's what I would consider here to be. And I'm saying that price could tap into this, and then we see a sell-off into this level first, this as our first take profit, and then as a second take profit. All right, guys, that will be all for today. My colleague will be coming up for the second part of the market color to bring the analysis on commodity asset class, looking at how those assets are doing, and also opportunities you can maximize this morning to make profit from the market. All right, guys, we'll be going on a very short break. Please ensure that you stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Incoming mail.
Good morning and welcome to today's market color session, or rather the second half of today's market color. My name is Sabia B and I'll be taking us through the second half of this analysis. Hi, Anna, Ayuba, Femi, and those of us who I think are just joining for the first time, welcome on board. Okay, so let's now see what the market has in store for us today, shall we? My colleague already did a very detailed analysis on indices. So I'm going to be looking at USD CAD, AUD USD, and NZD USD. Good morning. All right, so I currently have some trades running on USD CAD, as you can see on the charts, but let's start over, shall we? I'm going to be starting with AUD USD. AUD USD on the H4 time frame. Please just pay attention to today's analysis and not the ongoing trades. So for AU on the H4 time frame, I'm going to be marking out the point of interest that I expect price to trade into so we can continue to move from there. So understand all of us would have the indicators. Please don't let it distract you from getting some points from today's analysis. Just take note of the price point or area zones that I'm going to be marking out, and when price gets into those levels, look for confirmation and take those trades. So AUD/USD H4 time frame, those of us who have joined a couple of times know that whenever we see our sunshine indicator printed on the chart, it simply means that profit taking has occurred. So profit taking has occurred. I'm expecting price to retrace or reverse before the overall move is continued. So I'm expecting temporary sales of this asset class before it buys or rather sells into support levels and continues to buy from there, or violates the support level and starts to sell. So where do I think AUD/USD might reverse into? I have a couple of POIs marked out on this asset class. The first one being where I took those buys from, somewhere around here. That is 0.66421. These are more of zones and not specific price points. So I'm just using this because I want us to quickly get the areas we're looking at, because this is not trading view. So this is my first POI that I'm thinking price would sell into temporarily, find support and continue to buy, or if it violates that zone, the next level it's going to be trading into is right here. And if that zone also gets violated, what's the next point of interest? So I have three POIs that I've marked out on the H1: 66421, 0.65801, and 0.65207 are my 3 points of interest on the higher time frame H1 of AUD/USD. Go on M5 quickly to mark out other points of interest that I'm looking out for. Very repetitive, same thing we look out for every time we're using the all-weather strategy. First thing I'm going to be marking out is yesterday's high. Please bear with my voice, not the strongest right now. So yesterday's high marked out, yesterday's low also marked out into today's price movement. Then I'll go ahead and mark out day before yesterday's high and low. right? So I'm now watching out for these levels on the M5 time frame. It's very simple. Same thing I said on H1. When price begins to sell and it comes into this level, if I see a confirmation from this zone, then I'll be willing to take a buy of AUD. If I do not see a confirmation and price violates this zone, then I know that the next point of interest is what would be holding, right? So these are the levels I'm watching out for on AUD to look for buy opportunities. And if these zones get violated on M5 and H1, then it's safe to say we'll be seeing a sell resumption of this asset class. Now, if I see an opportunity provide itself for me to take the reversals, that's the temporary sell reversals of AUD, I'll be doing just that, provided it meets what I need to see. I'll take a quick sell from where price currently is to what could serve as my first take profit level on the H1 time frame. It's about 20 pips, so it's not much. But if price violates these zones, if price is able to violate all of the support levels that we marked out on H1 and M5, then I'll be more than willing to take even more sales, except I want to scalp. If I want to take a quick scalp position, then I could take that from here to here and then leave the market. However, if I'm going for a normal entry position, my stop loss to take profits will not make this particular one worth it for me. So there's a high possibility I will stack this opportunity on AUD. For NZUSD now, NZUSD starting from the H4 time frame as well. Sunshine has also been printed, so I'm expecting temporal sales of this asset class. Sells into what zones? The same thing, mark out certain points of interest on the H1, POI1, POI2, right? I'm going to go ahead and delete the previous markup so you don't get confused. Just give me a second while I take this off the chart. So these are now my two core points of interest that I'm looking out for on NZUSD on the H1 time frame. Temporal sales into these zones. Now on M5, because we know we may see even more immediate POIs here, what are we marking out? What are we marking out? Who wants to take a guess? Based off everything we've continuously done using this strategy. So here, just give me a second, trying to resolve this technical issue. Can you hear me? I'm still here. Just give me a second, please. Trying to fix a technical issue. And then we can proceed. Okay, so we seem to be having a bit of technical issues. We'll have to end this session here to reconvene by 2 p.m. So please do well to join by 2 for the market call or recap. If you hear this, please let me know in the chat box.